Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Friday pre-flight. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. Each and every Friday for 99 Fridays out of the last 105 Fridays that have been what this show could have run on. I appreciate you guys showing up. In fact, we're coming up on Friday number 100 next Friday. Pretty excited about that. Stoked is a correct word there. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. We're going to do a little bit of a celebration for 100 because that's a milestone. It's a milestone in a lot of different ways. It's essentially 2 full years absent, vacation time, of just this show. It's actually a little longer than that because, like I said, it's been 105 total Fridays that have come and gone for these 99 that we've had, and it will be 106. Because I've had to miss a Friday here or there, but yeah, I'm really. It's gonna be a bigger Friday next Friday. Let's just put it that way. Man, there's a lot to talk about. If you got an opportunity to check out Midnight's Edge in the morning, they did a great job over there. I was there for the first 45 minutes to an hour of that program and didn't even get a chance to talk about my perspective of the Lord of the Rings of Power show. So we'll definitely cross paths with that today in the 90 minutes that we share together before our Friday night tights. I never worry about going slightly over anymore on Friday because they are never on time. And that's okay. It does take a lot to get a big show put together and get a panel put together and to get everybody rowing the boat the same way. Believe me, I know. I'm on a lot of panel shows, so you don't always get them going on time. We got Eric K with our first member chat coming at us right now that says he's so excited and he just can't hide it. Thank you, Eric K. Been a member here for 16 months and been a wrench here longer than that. So thank you, Eric. You're awesome. And to all of you out there and all the wrenches, etc. I appreciate you. We've got a lot going on. This coming week, we are going to have a Meet the High Rollers stream. So with the people who have a membership at the High Rollers level, that's going to be a monthly thing. We'll have the members of the High Rollers come on the channel outward facing, just like this show is right now. And we'll just shoot the breeze, talk about stuff, and that'll be free ranging. Yeah, questions about my process, all kinds of stuff. So, and obviously topics of the day, I imagine it'll be mostly what we cover, but it should be fun. Looking forward to that. Man, I can't believe there's so many of you here. Thanks for being here, everybody. And I know we're growing by leaps and bounds. Appreciate that. Over 200 members now, courtesy of amazing contributors such as Eric K., George the Giant Slayer, and many others who grant memberships to you. In fact, Olaf Von S has been here for a long time, 9 months, as a matter of fact. And Olaf says in his member chat that, and he is not going to lose control because I think he likes it. Well, there you go. I am so excited. Woohoo. I just can't hide it. Woohoo. And keep in mind that the gift, you can receive gift memberships when they're offered. The process is to make sure you go to your chat window when you see that in there, if you would like a gifted membership, and be sure to click from top chat to live chat. And then when the opportunity presents itself for you to accept someone's generous gift, you accept it. And then you have a month of membership service here. And I appreciate that. But we've got a lot to talk about. Where do you guys want to start? I should put that to you. Where do you want to start? You want to start with the spin around the latest CNN person leaving? You want to start with that? You want to start with the hashtag Fredo heckler from yesterday? Do you want to start? And that's a little political, so maybe we won't start there. Lord of the Rings and the Rotten Tomato store that they can't hide, and they're desperately trying to push upward. You want to talk about that? Can talk about Timothy Chalamet saying that societal collapse is in the air. That was interesting. I tell you what, let's start with CNN because it looks like that's what some people want to go into. So let's do that. So sharing the first article, CNN's having broad changes I've been talking about it for a while. We've been doing videos about it for a while. Grant and I have been talking about how to cover it. There's a lot of shoes dropping. There are going to be more shoes dropping, not just at CNN, but across all of these various entities, all these various studios and entertainment enterprises. And as much as I really do enjoy researching things that are scholarly, like the attention economy that certain parties are talking about now, trying to shine a light on, I still don't see where the economic value in that can absolutely, win over the day as far as business people are concerned. But yeah, and Big Raj sends us a super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker, Big Raj. It is a thumbs up. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, CNN changed the color of Brandon's red hour. Yeah, red hour fire truck. Yeah, I know. You watch them adjust it in real time, and this is funny. People are like, oh no, that's because of the compression. And to be sure, you can certainly get some color loss and color shift because of compression. That's not what was going on. It turned the actual they turned the actual white stripes in the flag pink because of the adjustment that they were making. And you saw it when it boarded up against the white barriers where they couldn't color shift it. You could see it even more distinctly. Why? And people look. There are elements of CNN that are starting to tell it like it is, like they've been instructed to do by Chris Licht, and it's very, very interesting. Yeah, lots of people will try to explain it away, the common nerd that happens, but and they lost their contracts at most airports. OC Dobbins, but yeah, that used to exist up until very, very recently. It's a conversation I think OC Dobbins and I have had before, that CNN ended up in airports. They paid for the television and the service to the airport so they would feature CNN and be able to include them in their number of viewers count, which was false. Yeah, it was a very interesting look for Dark Brandon, indeed. And I mean, we can all have our opinions there. Again, I don't want to get into the politics at all, because I'm not about division. I want us all to come together and talk about the things that are happening in the background. But CNN has always been, or had always been, a decent news service up until probably the last 2 decades, when they started to go downhill. Ever since, we were struck unaware by an entity that, comes to find out, some people were aware was an entity and was intending to strike us and didn't act upon those things. We ended up in a situation where we were dragged into wars and all kinds of other stuff. And we meted out vengeance where I'm not sure necessarily it was being adequately served out, and it wasn't really justice. There's a lot of things, but we'll talk about the fact that CNN has tried to shift and change and crumble and all of those things. White House correspondent John Harwood says he's leaving CNN. This is a softball. This is okay. So we're gonna talk about spin. We're gonna look at things realistically. This is spin. White House correspondent John Harwood says he's leaving CNN. That's your headline. Now, the majority of people only consume headlines, and one of the reasons I do the 6-minute daily is to read you the headline and then break down what's being said in the story, because oftentimes the two things are not what you would expect. And numbers can mislead people as well as to what things are and the way numbers are reported. Like, we're now getting the billions of minutes report on streaming services, but I digress. So CNN White House correspondent John Harwood said that Friday would be his last day at the network. Now, mind you, this is spin, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Harwood wrote on Twitter, "Personal news, today's my last day at CNN. Proud of the work, thanks to my colleagues. I've been lucky to serve the best in American media: St. Petersburg Times, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, and NBC Family. CNN look forward to figuring out what's next." Harwood did not give a reason for his exit. A spokesperson for the network did not immediately respond to the request. Now, this was reported the way it was reported by the source that reported it for a reason. for a reason. Because he was fired. Because they got rid of him. They seem to come a little bit more to grips with this from a different trade paper known as the Hollywood Reporter, where they say CNN parts ways with White House correspondent John Hardwood. Notice the flip in the structure there. CNN parts ways, not John parts ways. In fact, their statement says, we appreciate John's work covering the White House. We wish him all the best. That usually means, yeah, we kicked his ass out the door. And I just cursed on my channel. CNN White House correspondent is leaving the cable news channel. We know that. Looking forward to figuring out what's next, I'm sure. And we appreciate John's work covering the White House, and we wish him the best, CNN. It's not immediately clear what spurred on the departure, though Harwood still had plenty of time left on his multi-year contract. A source familiar with the matter said Harwood learned about CNN's decision last month. Did you just see how they reported this? He was fired. He was told, you are leaving. Bye. See ya. Bye. See you later, Fredo. Right? Nobody is reporting the truth. Nobody wants to report the truth. This guy is also, a very divisive and tilted, slanted person based on this commentary right here from last night's speech. Biden's assertion that Trump and extremist Republicans pose a threat to American democracy is undeniably true. First of all, we're not a democracy. We're a representative republic. And they can't even get that right. It's frustrating. A lot of people see this view. There's no news, only propaganda. I hope that's not true. Yeah, he didn't want to walk the new company line. That's true. CNN isn't new. They simply altered their aspect. Also true. Trinoculus P, you might get your wish. Future elf on Amazon's Lord of the Rings series, Don Lemon, is still embroiled in quite a bit of a scandal. And there's a decent chance that he could find another place to go. I missed the first part of this comment. What was it? Yeah, a republic if you can keep it. That's actually a famous statement. But it's interesting. Calling the United States a democracy is like calling a car a spark plug. Thank you, Trinoculus, indeed. But it really isn't. Don Lemon is absolutely tainted. But like I said, I think Acosta's days are numbered. Don Lemon's are definitely numbered. Absent some kind of swoop and save by somebody who's somewhat powerful at Warner that's willing to stick their neck out, I don't see how he sticks around beyond the balance of the year. And again, I'm saying this without any insight into any of these contracts, but there was still time left on this guy, Mr. Harwood, and he's gone. So consider this a decades-long program that was actually not started by the potato himself, but by others, reputable persons, reliable sources. First of all, how much hubris do you have to name a program then? Unless you're actually pointing at reliable sources and citing them and they're reporting factual information, which that died a long time ago. But that program got absolutely destroyed because it's laughable. And they know that people were laughing at them. So, but yeah, most of these people are mouthpieces. They're not progenitors. I agree with that statement. But it is what it is. I thought it was interesting because I don't often see blatant misrepresentation like that or coverage of a news story like that as quickly as it came, you know. And it is what it is. It is what it is. You guys interested in seeing, this is a strange thing. Are you interested in seeing this Armie Hammer docuseries? You know, talking about his crazy and his family's crazy and all of the other crazy. It's kind of strange. Armie Hammer docuseries House of Hammer explores cannibalism. Okay. It's interesting they're not fascinated in that Aslan guy that was on CNN. I mean, I would think that would be interesting because that guy's nutbar. Abuse allegations and family trauma. THR recaps the biggest moments of the 3-part Discovery Plus docuseries that traces the complicated Hammer family legacy from oil tycoon Armand Hammer to the disgraced actor who shares his last name. Well, and his legacy as well. Although the family seems to have disowned him, and he is working as a timeshare salesman in the Caribbean. Interesting. So, in the closing moments of the third and final installment of the new Discovery Plus series, Casey Hammer reads a letter she recently received from her brother, Michael, the father of actor Armie Hammer. He says, "If you choose to continue to pretend that the stories you have invented are the truth, I will have no choice other than to pursue every legal remedy to set the record straight," states the letter before it changes course. Despite all the pain your fabrications have caused, you share the blood running through my veins. You are still my family, and I wish you nothing but the best. The Hammer bloodline is subject to the now streaming House of Hammer. Directors Eli Hakami and Julian Hobbs use the misconduct allegations lodged against Armie as a jumping off point to explore all facets of the famous family over three total hour-long episodes. So if you want to look into that, you certainly can. This family has a lot that could have been put together in the form of an expose. I'm not sure they actually did that here because obviously they wanted to maintain access to the family. Information gets compromised when you are reliant on others for access. That's a problem. It's the same problem we have in American media. No, in global media, to be honest with you. Anyway, thought that was interesting. Who's out there and what are you guys talking about? Oh, we got Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. Hey, brother. I still have your drinking money. So, I'm going to see you in Orlando. Hope so. Armie Hammer is living a real life eyes wide shut. Well, maybe. Late, distracted by Midnight's Edge. There you go. Where's your red background and a Tom Twerk mean? I don't know. Oh, man. Oh, Bram Bam's here. What's up? I don't believe anything produced by MSM, including Discovery. Yeah. I just thought it was an interesting, it's interesting. We've got a lot of interesting out there right now. But you know what's not interesting and or entertaining is something you guys have talked about. I want to talk about with you guys for a little while. The boss and I are going to be doing our review on She-Hulk episode 3. But I thought I would share with you this. They are struggling to artificially keep this a 50% or higher on the audience side. There's no such struggle on the critic side. Of course not. Tatiana Maslany is amazing as an actress. She's very talented and she's very attractive. This is definitely a character that's within her wheelhouse. The visual effects aside, which I will say they're lacking, this show could score much better if it just stuck with, I don't know, quality writing. Stories had to be fleshed out, kept the characterization of the character. But this score is being artificially lifted up. It is. It's not the only one. Amazon's The Rings of Power shares some similarities here with being artificially held up. But since we're looking at real-time things, there you go. 37%. Now, just a few moments ago, it was 38%. Every time they cheat this upwards, it gets knocked down some more. Notice the average tomato reading here, 84%. 84% critics, 88% critics, 84% critics. I'm going back to She-Hulk. There are moments of this show that they are basically missed opportunities, lost opportunities, like lost in a way like you won't be able to get Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill together on screen again in a new Star Wars film. That's a lost or a missed opportunity. She-Hulk is a series of those. They missed the jokes that they're trying to make. They make jokes that they aren't trying to make. Like you said, I think I said during the Midnight's Edge stream that I laughed. Not at the joke they were trying to make, but at the joke that unintentionally was created in the most recent episode. I'll probably go into greater detail about that in the review that I do with the boss. But the thing that is continually bothering me, and I've asked now for a week and a half, 2 weeks, who's the show for? Somebody gave me a pretty good answer today over on Midnight's Edge. They're definitely writing for themselves or for each other or for other writers, and that's one of the things that essentially is the downfall of any show, especially in comedy, is writing for other writers, jokes for other comedians. That's great. It's good. You go sit in the back room of a diner, every night after your last set, and all of you get together and have coffee and smoke cigarettes and make jokes, and then find a place to, get high, and then crash out till 11 the next day to get up and try to figure out what you're going to do the next day. But that you're going to limit your audience to writers. And that's exactly what they've done. They've limited it to writers, because critics are writers. Critics are essentially failed screenwriters, because they're not writing screenplays. If they were a successful screenwriter, they'd be critics. And they're writing for writers. And a very small sliver of humanity. At the same time, I agree with what Drunk 3PO said, Jay, on Comics Divisions last night for the Thursday Throwdown. Jay joined us for a little bit. And he said something that I couldn't believe. They're going after the TikTok kids. And I'm thinking, how's that working? Because they don't have the attention span to watch 20 minutes of this show, which seems to be like the new set time frame for this thing, 20, 21 minutes, let alone anything else. And most of them, like me, I didn't even know there was a post-credit scene with the twerking going on, right? And I don't care, right? But that twerking is supposed to be appealing to the TikTok kids. I went through a bunch of statistics last night. 3% of the audience for TikTok is like over 50. It kind of matches with Tinder. That was the other thing. They targeted Tinder and marketing for She-Hulk, which you guys know. It just got me to the point where, who is this? Who's this for? And then somebody brought up a smart aleck comment. It's for kids. What kids? What parent in their right mind is letting them watch She-Hulk? There's a lot of questionable stuff in there. Very strange. Eric Winberg sends a $2 super sticker. Thank you for that, Eric. Appreciate it. It's a Shiba Inu dog just waving. Hey, yeah. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. 84% is a tad low. It should be way lower than that. People who spoke their mind. Okay, so let's break this down, right? So one of the most paid off publications, right, for this Rings of Power show that helped build it up and produce these amazing video memes that we got to utilize for as long as we did, right? The Days of Our Lives comparisons or whatever, you know, that old soap opera jam from like the 80s, that feel. Entertainment Weekly was the biggest show. They were cashing massive checks from Amazon, right? But the day that they got a chance to review it for real, they destroyed it. IAC is Barry Diller's company. IAC Interactive Media, or Interactive something media. Anyway, IAC. They own Entertainment Weekly and a bunch of other stuff. And they just absolutely destroyed the Rings of Power. Rings of Power is garbage. So, I mean, a lot can be said that there are critics definitely towing the line, O.C. Dobbins, but there are some people out there that are telling you the truth. So the fact that, you know, some people want to maintain some credibility is a step in the right direction. Because this 84%, I don't think anybody's buying. 84%, 37%. I can't imagine there's 87% of. Oh, wait. 84%. Excuse me. I can't imagine there's 84% that are that stoked about it. I just can't. Nobody's going to convince me that people are really genuinely interested. Couldn't get past 10 minutes of Rings of Power, so I switched to Extended Fellowship. There you go, Bilbo Swaggin. Indeed. And beautiful puppers. Well done on the avatar. Yeah, I don't use Rotten Tomatoes as a guide. I don't use IMDb as a guide. I don't use a lot of stuff, right? I like aggregators, like Metacritic and stuff like that, but the woke mob makes a man-hating vehicle, then tells us we're toxic and not to watch. So we don't watch, and then they blame us for not watching, taking the ratings. Make that make sense. I can't do that, Logix. I can't. It doesn't. There aren't any numbers that can be trusted in the digital age. The memory hole is just a keystroke now, and it happens all the time. Consider this. There are more than 60 projects that vanished in a puff of smoke. Some stuff that was already available on HBO Max. Gone. Instantly, 6 things were gone that had been up there. Wow. I don't think a lot of people, Awesome One, use the mainstream anymore for watching or for trusting a review for many of them. I just find it fascinating. I do. Lots of self-inserts indeed. The cult followers were funny for the Abomination in She-Hulk. If you watched She-Hulk, to me that was just, you know, ridiculous because it's, you know, there was a Hollywood cult, NXIVM or whatever they were, right? That largely people might draw similarities to The Abomination Cult. I don't know, but it is what it is. Hey, what's going on there, Real Wade? How you doing, my friend? Mephisto's here. What's up, Mephisto? No, I'm sorry you missed out on the member stream too. But it was good. It was a good one, and we will be having a Hyrule stream coming up here this coming week, and then probably somewhere right in the middle of the month we'll have a regular member stream again. So we have 2 of them. 13 away from affiliate. Congratulations. Check that out. If you want to check out Real Wade Nation Gaming on Twitch, you can help him out by checking out what he's doing. I have seen TikTok videos, TikTok twerking videos, CultureCasino. Maybe that's related. Well, there you go. And yeah, I don't understand this, but it's fine. It is. It really is. Hey, Apollomes is here. Greetings. Yeah, the Young and the Restless. That's right, Poe baby. Yep, it was Young and the Restless. Very strange. I'm no longer in the 18 to 45. I haven't been in the 18 to 45 demographic in a minute. So I understand the so-called pop culture or mass media isn't directed towards me. So what's left for me? Well, everything else, everything that came before. You have more media at your disposal, at your almost immediate access right now than at any time in human history. And you have access to the world's knowledge right at your fingertips. For good, for better or worse, however you want to approach that. But honestly, despite what they say that they're targeting, that's not what they're getting. The average age was 53 or older for consumption of the CW and their Berlantiverse shows, right? And they were women. 53-year-old women were watching CW, which is why it was flopping. And there weren't that many of them that were watching. You know, it got to the point on the CW where the average viewer count for any of their shows, if you averaged it all out, was just a little over 400,000 for all of their shows when you average them all together. There were shows that were way less than that. And they kept paying for those shows. Washing money, laundering money is probably what was happening there. Yeah, Grace Randolph roasted it too. She's definitely trying to cling to some credibility, and she's one of the people who attacked fans about it. You had a built-in audience, and this is something George and I have talked about in behind the scenes and a little bit last night. But 200 to 300 million fans of Tolkien, ready-made, and you do something like this. No bueno. Yeah, when you read the actual reviews from critic, it's not that good. I know. They stumble all over themselves trying to not say bad things about it in their writing. So you're 100% right, Mephisto. Indeed. Hello, the lovely Sherry. Hey, Katina. Sorry, I'm just reading your guys' comments. If the ratings can be so easily altered, why results of a you know what? Well, I think that at its heart, core, whatever, it's important for us to have some form of basis of comparison. I don't really rely that much on Rotten Tomatoes. I like to call out when they're definitely messing with things, especially when it's, obvious. Let's see if it changed. Nope, still 84.37. All right. This kid was weird. There was a lot of weird in this show. We'll have to see how it turns out. I don't think. I honestly don't think. I don't think it's going to last that long. But as far as checking the results, we have to have the basis of comparison. So that's why I use the numbers. If that's the question. So. I didn't miss your thing. I said you're only 13 away. Yeah, even my family skipped She-Hulk and Ring of Power too. Oh wow. Yeah, I hope we can get you to your 13 affiliates or 13 followers, my friend. If you guys have Twitch and you like gaming, check out Railway Nation Gaming on Twitch, and let's see if we can get him over to that affiliate thing. So this is true. OC Dobbins just hit the nail on the head. Stop looking at me. Why aren't you looking at me? Yeah, I know. And that's actually the message that the twerking thing sent, right? Don't look at, no male gaze. No male gaze. Okay. No male gaze. Well, how come you're not looking at me? See, I'm shaking my booty. We have Jedi Bill 797 becoming a Rewards Club member. Thank you for that. We have Rob Altus also becoming a Rewards Club member. Appreciate that, my friend. And we have Katina Martin renewing, I believe, her membership. Thank you for that, Katina. Appreciate it. Or becoming a new member, I guess. There it is. Cool. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate your support. Matlock. There you go. We go back in time and watch Matlock. That's what's for us there. Logic's finest. Starchkin's Hutch is great. Kojak was incredible. Kojak was a lot of fun. Great. Yeah, and Telly Savalas was excellent. Ooh, is my video cutting out, folks? Raise your hand. Maybe they don't like me right now. Hey, good to see you, Martin Vasquez. Oh, I'm sorry you guys didn't see that. I'm sorry, Olaf. We'll be coming up. Rob Altus, thank you again. Yeah, I know the thing with Doctor Who still bothers me. You know, and again they tell you don't watch. Okay, we're not gonna watch. Hey, how come you're not watching? Because you told me not to watch. You said it wasn't for me. The majority of your audience. You told the majority of your audience to go away. Really dumb. Yes, be safe, Apollomes. Love you. Indeed. Hey, Cash, what's up, buddy? Wow, Papa CC. For the past 6 months, I watched nothing but black and white films, mostly sci-fi. That's cool. I went on a silent film kick. This was actually before I started my YouTube channel, but for whatever reason, probably because entertainment was, falling apart. It was the early days of it falling apart. I went on a silent film kick, right? And then I finished it off watching Chaplin, right, which I think was maybe Robert Downey Jr.'s best performance. It's Charlie Chaplin. I was a huge fan when I went to study film. That's where you start. If you're gonna study film, start with silent film. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And anybody who's been in film school recently, they're skipping over a lot of stuff that was covered. That is basically the basics of film. They're skipping past Capra, right? You can't skip Frank Capra. Can't. It's a Wonderful Life is almost a perfect film. There's a lot of almost perfect films that you get to watch in film school, and it gives you something to aim for. And you learn to appreciate stuff like Citizen Kane, right? South by Southwest. A lot out there. If you want to understand the psychology of fear, Psycho's good place to start. That's a good thing to do. I'm a silent fan buff. Hey, Heron of Alexandria, good to see you. Let's see. Andy Griffith, incredible program, right? Not to mention he was a multi-talented guy, great voice. So Jim Neighbors had a great voice. I don't think people realize that they were both musicians, high quality ones, could sell records. You know, um, now they looked at Will Golly, in Jim Neighbors and thought that was what he was. No. That's weird. I don't know what's going on. My upstream's golden right now. I've got green lights across the board as far as my internet goes, pumping up at three. I think I'm pumping at 300 megabits up right now, so we are rocking. Gunsmoke's great. Did I RSVP for the morning or afternoon in Orlando? I don't remember. I think the afternoon. I think it's the afternoon. I'll double check, but I think the afternoon. You ask an old guy a question like that, it's like, I don't know. I have to look that. I have to look for that. I hope you're doing okay, Shrap. If you get a chance to listen later, I hope your day went better. Yeah, Tina Beebe is a fount of information. She knows a lot of film history. Uh, Logic's Finest giving me a good one. Metropolis from the 1920s. Black and white and silent. Yep. Yep. Citizen Kane, I watched. Yeah, 30 to 55. Buster Keaton, incredible. The Birds, very good. Yeah, these are suggestions for anything. If you want to know how to make films, we'll watch those films. You used to have to see all that in film schools. But they're pulling a lot of those out. Again, I need to talk to somebody who's been there more recently, very recently, rather than somewhat recently, because I was surprised at how many films had gotten pulled out. Righteous Jamie, what's up? For $5 says, She-Hulk episode 3, Emil's groupies equals hybristophilia. Oh, okay. A woman's attraction to bad guys. It's a real thing. No, yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. Consider how many people on death row end up getting married to ladies that aren't obviously in prison with them. It's very interesting. Yeah, silent movies. Yeah, I did. Yeah, right, like you said, right before I started my channel, I was back watching silent films, and again, I've wrapped it up watching, obviously a more modern film, the Chaplin story with Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, I'm a freak. Mm. They always talk about inclusion and tolerance in the first to mock Southerners. I think that is been going on forever. It became a trope because in the South, people speak slower and with their own dialect of English. Nothing wrong with that. Our good buddy Toxic Manflu for $20 says It's a Wonderful Life was a flop that got rebranded as a Christmas story with extra scenes. It's crap, complete crap. My respect for your opinion. Well, I guess it can't get any worse, so I guess that's a positive. Thanks. I love you too, Toxic. It's a Wonderful Life's a great film. Sorry. Next, you're going to tell me Rocky's a terrible movie, right? Rocky? That's a Capra-esque film. His Rocky crap talks. Thanks for the $20, buddy. You guys are amazing. That's a pretty good film. I agree. The Enemy Below, Das Boot. Operation Tokyo. Torpedo Run, that one's good. Victor Fontaine's here. What's going on? To Catch a Thief. You guys, it's so easy. And again, I guess this just illustrates my point, right? That there is a universe of entertainment available for all of us. We can stop consuming. There's an argument to be made, and again, I'm going to do some more research, and I'm going to talk with some, folks that have done more scholarly study on this than myself. But the attention economy may need to be something that we pay closer attention to. And maybe when we recognize that something is a pile of garbage, we stop even calling it a pile of garbage. We just ignore it completely, not give it any oxygen. There are lots of times that not giving something oxygen actually works. But as my good buddy Toxic Man Flu, as you can tell, we have just a wonderful relationship. I'm kidding, Tox. He said specifically, acknowledge the good stuff with your wallet. That's the win. That's what we have to do. So when Top Gun Maverick rolls around, we're going to give that money. When the latest Ghostbusters film, comes around, that's not 2016, we're going to give that some money. When television programs come out that are good, we'll give those our eyeballs. And there you go. Yeah, Rocky's awesome. It's an incredible film. African Queen is great. The Mummy, incredible. Frankenstein, yeah, indeed. African Queen's still one of those I think everybody should watch. And just be amazed at just the beauty that was put together there and the contrast on the screen. Because let me tell you, the leading man is not exactly the most handsome human in the world. Beautiful woman. Toxic Man Flu, $50 says Stallone blew his wad in the porn Italian Stallion before Rocky. So he's way past his prime when fighting to Eye of the Tiger. God, I love you so much, Tox. Thank you for the $50, man. Woo! This just has to stay up for a minute. Stallone blew his wad in the porn Italian Stallion. Wow. OC Dobbins says something that should be obvious to everybody. Start buying DVDs and Blu-rays again. Yeah. I mean, as convenient as digital delivery is, it puts us on the precipice of losing things forever. Having them, perhaps be censored, tailored to the new narrative. Gotta stop allowing that to happen. I tell you what, Warner's is going to start going back into, giving you any Blu-ray, DVD you possibly imagine. Going to get lots of those films out that way because that's a source of revenue. Zaslav likes revenue. It's one of the ways you get paid. Oh, The Fly is excellent. Hey, Frankie! Frankie Nose is here. I haven't seen you in a minute, buddy. Hope you're doing all right. I know you're busy. Hey, DS Ford is here. Okay. This is a passion project for Coppola, right? Megalopolis. Megalopolis, yeah. I am curious to see what this is. He's been trying to get this done for 2 decades. He's throwing his own money in it, which could be folly. But we'll see. And I hope it's good. Oh, we didn't get to talk about this much because it was on the 6-Minute Daily this morning, but Amazon's shoveling even more money into a television product. The Russo brothers are right now making this Avengers style spy thriller thing called Citadel. And it's not going well. They're going back for extensive reshoots. They had a complete split in the creative team. They lost a bunch of people. Half of the staff left. That's how badly that production's going. Do you think Amazon should have Amazon Studios? Especially after the stuff we watched it was last night, right? Yeah. Wow. No. But I am interested in what Coppola would do with Megalopolis, indeed. Hey, what's up? Good to see you, 70s. Come back from that one. I love you, dude. Next, you're going to say... Next, you're going to say the Beatles weren't one of the greatest rock bands in history, Tox. I just keep setting them up. You want to keep sending me money, I'm not going to fight you. Guys are great. Yeah, Hollywood moved away from pure actors into the beautiful actor first. Talent second in the 80s. Then the overall talent level in Hollywood went down, and that's a true story. Stallone's not a pretty man, but he's built. Although I would argue that, like, John Hamm, although he's not exactly, raking in the big bucks at the film level, he's a very attractive guy. He's also very, very talented actor. But that dude needs to get some more gigs. And this is the truest statement. Everything's a remake. The well is dry. No, the well's not dry. They just keep going back to it. They keep going back to the dry well. They have to reinvent it. I think some of it is this, that they're trying to preserve their control over their property that was successful. I mean, that's why we end up with a lot of derivative things. We want to make sure we maintain the copyright, or creators want to maintain control of their stuff, or whatever. Make new stuff. You can tell a story. You could have just, it keeps being said, and maybe I agree to a certain extent, but Amazon could have made generic sci-fi or fantasy show. Generic fantasy show could have been good. Don't know. Trying to tie something tangentially to a successful thing. Lazy. Uninteresting. Okay, I'll just use the right word. Boring. I still have yet to find any level of entertainment whatsoever outside of the terrible CGI. That there should not be any bad CGI in the show for as much money as they spent on it. Did you guys see the flies that were flying around the cow's head? Good gravy. So bad. Hey, what's up, Matt Vader? Thanks for re-upping your membership. Appreciate you, brother. You'll be up in Vegas here pretty quick. I'll drop you a note. Who do we got? Toxic Man Flu course with the $50 that I mentioned before. I think somebody gave me a member chat. I think it might have also been Toxic. It was. Toxic Man Flew, a high roller, a 15-month member, says, Culture is a beautiful man. Well, thank you. You're a very tall person. And I don't think you're all that toxic. That's just an opinion. I love it. You guys, this is the best part of my day, talking to you. This interaction. I love this. It's good times. What's your favorite color, CultureCasino? My guess is orange or yellow. Well, okay. My favorite Hawaiian shirt, not my favorite color, but my favorite Hawaiian shirt is orange with white. It's a traditional, it's a truly traditional pattern. It's a truly traditional Hawaiian shirt. I have worn that shirt so much in spots, it's threadbare, but I will still every once in a while dig out the shirt. It's incredible. I do love the color orange, but my favorite color is actually blue. I think that's probably because of my affection for the ocean. I love to scuba dive and snorkel and boat and sail. I love sailing. I miss sailing. HM points out accurately, Amazon productions are all over the place. Yeah, they have loads of garbage, but then they have something like Terminalist, Reacher, Expanse. Yeah. Yeah. I don't give them credit outright for some of those productions because a lot of times those are purchased from outside studios, made by others, not necessarily by them. In this particular case, when it comes to Terminalist, that's definitely Amazon Studios. But Sony does a lot of stuff for them. Sony does a lot of stuff for Apple. But you're right, HM, indeed. And you're right. The Russo brothers are a step above JJ. They're hit or miss, decent or good. True. JJ's hit or miss, good or filth. Well, there you go. I don't decent and filth would probably be my two things. Not good, but yeah. There's Matt. Hey, Commander Phil's in the house. Good to see you. CultureCasino, now it's more hiring pretty looking activists who are cheap and are influenced probably compared to skilled actors. So that's, yeah, with a resume, indeed. It's happening all over the place. So, I think it just popped back up, Matt. I think you're. It said I have your member thing right here. It says new member. I was pretty sure you were a member. I don't know. Yeah, see, there it is. Bing. There you go. Now you got a member thing. That's weird, though. Yeah, Gene Hackman would not be a leading actor now. No, but one of the best actors ever in history. Humphrey Bogart, many other legends, indeed. Yeah. Cagney may have had difficulty. Right? They would have been continuing to look for James Dean types. Rock types. What's up, Tina Guzman? Good to see you. Galadriel as Xena Warrior Princess could have been good if it wasn't Galadriel. Just generic fantasy, like Xena, indeed. Yeah, low spec, what's up? The best part of waking up is culture wearing a cup. Interesting. You guys. Tox is in rare form today, folks. Custom CultureCasino Hawaiian shirts. Oh, I would love that. I would love to work with somebody who could do a primarily traditional pattern, and it somehow incorporate CultureCasino into that. That would be amazing. Orange is the happiest of all colors. True. Orange. Yeah, the weaves will flow. That's right. I love sailing. You guys want to talk about anything else? This is fun, just visiting and hanging out. Oh, hey, there's Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast, for 665. Bezos ranks stabs at not being left out of ESG Virtue Parade. Much dinero to be had targeting middle America, as opposed to non-paying lunatic fringe. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to... I don't know how they intend to make or bring people into their streaming service or any of their services through this show. I don't think there's an upside. And obviously with Citadel, they're struggling there. And as mentioned, HM definitely right on it. They do make some good things, and they buy some good things. But I don't know. Yeah, Hackman's based as F. Yeah, and he is a great actor, indeed. What's up, Pacific? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Pacific 414 in the house. Good channel. Good friend. Got to hang out with Pacific 414 over at Pop's monetization celebration. That was a lot of fun. If you guys aren't check out Pop's. Pop's a great channel. So is the common nerd. Look at this guy. He's got a channel. He's busy. He releases as much content as Ryan Cannell, believe it or not. It's like constant. I have tons of Hawaiian shirts. In fact, when you see me in Florida, there's a decent chance in the evenings, if we go to like, dinner or meetups or whatever, there's a decent chance I will be wearing a Hawaiian, one of the many, many Hawaiian shirts that I have. I have a ton. I love them. Been collecting them since, I don't know, I was 16, 17 years old. Whoa. Nick Ricada got a second strike. Please give him a shout out and join his locals. How? Telling the truth, telling it like it is. Talking about Dark Brandon. I'll have to look into that. But do check out his locals. I'm gonna have to build. I started a locals and then stopped. I didn't do anything with it. Maybe I'll flesh mine out. I think we need to stick with our original intuition. We need to continue to move into alternate tech platforms as well as where we are right now, so that we have room to go elsewhere. But that's garbage. That's garbage. You know what, Commander Phil? I think you're right. I think he did see the writing on the wall when it came to Rings of Power. I think he realized it was not going to be well received. We have to see how that goes. I'm trying to compete with Ryan in the quartering. Wow, I don't know. Hambly's an old pro. Hambly's been doing like 18 videos a day for many years. But more power to you, bro. I'm on your side. Oh, I love this chair too, my friend. I really do. Yeah, the cyberpunk chair. I am getting a more comfy one, a little more traditional. The boss has one of the best chairs ever. It's also Secret Lab, but it's amazing. Her setup's better than mine. Someday you get to see the boss's setup, probably a couple years from now. But the boss is going to start doing stuff. So stay tuned. This is an interesting question. Do we call him Dark Brandon or Crimson Brandon, as is suggested here in the chat by Rob Altus? Question. Yeah, Pops and Loki interviewed the Tremors director. Definitely check that out. Thank you, Soul Assassin. The Chatimals in the house. Rackets, that scoundrel, says Larry. Larry. Name so nice, you have to say it twice. Larry. Yeah, locals, Rumble are the next island of lost children. That's true. I'm there. I'm on Rumble. I'm on Odyssey. I'm Minds Getter. I might get back to Parlor. I don't know. We'll see. It's funny how that was immediately all right when they started to like lose subscribers. What's up, Sentinel? Good to see you, man. Hey, CC, hope all is well. Question: why are so many entertainers, comedians, musicians, actors liberal? Well, normally, if somebody asked me this 5 years ago, I would have said they run in the same circles. It's performative. You are always struggling to get job to job to job. One of the rules in Hollywood, and OC Dobbins is here, probably will tell you the same thing, and many others that have been in the industry will tell you that you are always running from one job to another. In fact, you are usually taking a new job before you've wrapped up the job that you're wrapping up. You've already kind of lined your ducks up. You have to. If you're a film personality or even a TV personality, the minute you wrap that, you are already looking for another thing to do. That's the working actor part of working actor. You have to. The other argument would be that I would have given, again, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe longer, would have been that the musicians were against the man. The man was always trying to impose their will upon them and take away their freedoms. And musicians primarily, and you can look at, a perfect example, Rage Against the Machine, right? Morello is Rage for the Machine now because it works. It all comes down to, now I think being performative so that you can enable yourself to continue to get work. But that's kind of starting to break down. I will tell you with my experience from stage that you already had a pretty decent demographic spread of everybody in stage. You had a pretty decent split male female, gay and straight, et cetera, et cetera. You'd be demographically mixed, based on ethnicity. I think it comes down to, honestly, I think it comes down more nowadays to performative because, it's just easier. It's just easier. It's funny because if you look at someone like, and I'm going to use a crazy human, like Ezra Miller, at least he's presenting as crazy now. Yeah, who knows what he'll be in a year. But he enjoys things that I enjoy, right? The right to bear arms and some other stuff like that, that based is 100% based in freedom, right? And yet at the same time, he'll don the cloak of, extremism on the other side of the equation, So, but I think creativity probably lends itself to being a little more liberal anyway, because it's all about exploring beyond the normal barriers or what's normally acceptable. And I think that speaks to that. I think that's ultimately the answer that I would give based on traditionally, is because the creative process is looking at the world in a way that other people don't, looking at barriers in a different way, and bending them, stepping beyond them, exploring a space that other people aren't comfortable with. Because liberals essentially outside of tradition. That's just, Anyway, that's my thoughts. 2 cents, 10 cents, 20 minutes worth of conversation. So. Floral from under a rock for a Canadian $2 says, did you see my Rings of Power and the Holy Grail mashup yet? I have not. Oh, we need to go and check this out. Floral. If you're not subscribed to Floral from Under a Rock, you're missing just incredible comedy. So funny. And just a great cast of characters. Very family friendly, a little PG-13 for you over there. And just hilarious. So do check out Floral, and apparently the new Rings of Power Holy Grail mashup, which I'll have to go and check out when we're done. Shyster Lawyer Rackets. There you go. I love that guy. Mental engrams. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like right now a lot of people are being hung with mental engrams. Gaslighting. That's just my opinion. $69, dude. That's right. You have an answer to Sentinel's great question. I'm glad. I wish I'd have seen this sooner. Hopefully I stumbled onto it. I'm scrolling to see what it is. Actors are open-minded a little because of the mind space they come from. The theater is almost entirely gay. Well, I guess I was the exception. So is Hollywood. So that's the underlying truth. Most hide it, don't attack me. It's hey, I'm just reading it. It's history. I was a little different. Indeed. We got DS Ford for $4.99 sending me a super sticker. Thanks for that. Looks like it is a pear. It's a pair with a mic drop. Well done. Thank you. And then Latino Slant sends me $2, says, love you, geek. I love you too, man. The boss and I are going to drive over to your neck of the woods, and we're going to eat. We're going to get Chris Gore over there. We're going to eat. You have good food. Hey, Jillian. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, there are nurtured responses and also encoded biological pathways. Indeed. Dude, where's my car? Where's your car, dude? So good. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an overstatement, but there's a lot of overstatements made. I think a lot of times we paint with too broad a brush, but yeah. Did you guys see did you Latina Slant Polly, did you release did you release the extended recut interview with Edward James Olmos? You guys should check that out. Latina Slant's been killing it lately. You want great content, go there. You want to check out great content and maybe pick up some language. Check out Midnight's Edge Espanol. It's just incredible. I can't believe we're part of these amazing communities. That always blows my mind. You guys are incredible. Well, it's tough to be anything right now. Yeah, see, it is up and it is incredible. So check out Latino Slants. Check that interview out, guys. It's totally worth it. Yeah, well done. And Hollywood has lost a lot of goodwill. That's true. Entertainment has. Bummer. Pasadena is usually beautiful. I love that area. I love all the brick buildings, like the downtown. Huge fan. Yeah, we are blessed with an incredible group of humans, Jillian. Indeed. Fellowship, that's correct. Well, sorry. I understand, but I use both words. I'd try to do better. Larry, member for 19 months. Thank you, my friend. Larry, a name so nice, you must say it twice. Larry says, hail, CC, hail the boss. Hope all is well. Keep the entertainment analysis coming. We need it. 6 minutes ain't enough every morning, by the way. Best wishes. I'm trying. That show gets longer. If you guys notice, I'm running out of time to get through like the 16 stories I try to get to. I gotta figure out if I can actually make a news program work. I just don't have enough time. I'm gonna have to retire from like actual job. That may be coming. We'll see. La Fandom Nostra. Thank you, Accidental Tourist. I still love the Tomb of Dracula's avatar with the Monster Squad. I think that's so great. Kashik Queen. What's up, Amber? Kashik. You guys are so cute. Love you. I have a proposal. Well, not a proposal for you. I have a suggestion or something that can be done. We're going to have to talk. I'm looking forward to Orlando. Our schemes are going to be epic with Ords and everybody, Biggles. We're going to have a good time down there, guys. Hope you get there. Great. It'll be great. We're going to run out of time. Let's talk about this. It's hard to be a kid nowadays. It's hard to be a young person. Really, really hard. The world's falling apart. It is. It's terrible. Even Timothy Chalamet says so. Chalamet. Kismet? No. Chalamet. Anyway, he says this is funny because it's part of a broader article saying that basically societal collapse is in the air. Excellent. Look at this. We got Cash It Queen for $1.99 super sticker. Thank you for the big old heart there. What did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. I forget you're a youngin. But yeah, looks like Mexican Iron Man sent a member chat saying, "Great job on the membership stream. Thank you. I thought it was awesome. Way to go on scheduling it for a time when I had an IRS audit." Well, I didn't know that. Since you had no Mexican representation, I did. That's not true. Polly was on the show. Your ESG scores dropped below 100, dropped 100 points. Well, I wasn't going for that anyway. I don't need that. Yeah. But thanks. I like how you give me a hard time. Appreciate it. Shamalama ding dong. That's right. Somebody remembered. All right. Well, anyway, this guy says societal collapse is in the air. It's funny because again, this is in the context of an interview for the promotion of a thing that he's in. He's at the Venice Film Festival, and Bones and All is one of the entries there that he's in. So he says, "To be young now is to be intensely judged." Well, actually, to be alive now is to be intensely judged if you allow yourself to be judged, if you're open to it. But we'll continue. So it was a relief to play characters who are wrestling with an internal dilemma absent the ability to go on Reddit or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok and figure out where they fit in. See, that's the problem. Just be yourself. You don't have to fit in, flip it anywhere. So stop trying to put yourself in a box, kid. You're creating the stress that it's a self-induced stressor. It's why we're finding that there's I'm not going to say irreparable damage, but there's uncalculable damage being done to the psyche of young people because of dumb things like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. So here's the rest of it. I think societal collapse is in the air. It smells like it, and without being pretentious, I hope that's why these movies matters, and that's the role of the artist is to shine a light on what's going on. Ooh, really? Trying to sound very intellectual there. Yikes. All right. You'd better love me more than Paulie. Just saying. Well, Mike, this $5 super chat may have tipped the balance just now. Thanks for pushing us up over 80 likes, folks. You guys are awesome. Well, he was there last year for Dune, right? Ooh, double entendre here, kids, from Turo. Thanks for that. Save us, movies. Save us. Thank you, Maestro. Kinda, yeah, right? Ooh. I thought it smells like Teen Spirit. There we go. We're on fire. How about a self-inflated sense? How about that? Self-aggrandizing was a word I heard used properly today. He's not lacking in self-assurance, O.C. Dobbs. Oh. Ooh, that will be canceled. Independent thought outside the NPC mindset is a no-no. It's true. It's true. It does sound a little bendy, Logic's finest. It does. It's just weird, right? Financial incentive to keep friends. That's right, Larry. And that's what a lot of this stuff is. You know, they have them bent over of fear. They look you fear is something that's being manipulated constantly to control. I mean, we've observed it over the last couple of years. Um, it's essentially broken some people completely. They're incapable of looking, first of all, beyond themselves, which is how did we end up with all of the narcissism we have now? Don't know. But actually, I do know. But and then you have just this giant amount of fear, and that's how they control it. Yeah, a lot of people's minds have been broken, Larry. Larry, it's true. This is a good question, Tina. Why is he in the Willy Wonka prequel? I don't know. How do you, sorry. To me, there's only one actor that can be Willy Wonka. And I know that, Depp tried, but he's not. That's not a proper Willy Wonka. Physical media forever. The Tomb of Dracula, indeed. Indeed. Yeah, Twitter doesn't help. Twitter doesn't help. I'm being attacked by gnats. So I don't know why. There's like a couple of gnats. There's a problem with having like real live plants in the house. It's like occasionally I get gnats. Darren Hughes for $10. Thank you, my friend. One of my valued wrenches that makes the things go here and protects us from the badness, just like Eric K and Jordy Lyons and so many others, including Captain Fandom Nerd and that, and just another red shirt fella and Lord Thoth, and just I have incredible wrenches. Just want to say thank you. Says for $10, I'd send you a super chat if I had anything interesting to say. Well, you just sent me a super chat, but thanks. Thanks, Darren. Thanks for the laugh. Oh, Bruce Campbell. Yes. Bruce Campbell's awesome. There you go. Wilder. Twitter is the fever. And you know what it needs? More cowbell. Okay, maybe not. What's up, 16-bit? Good to see you. My mind has been broken for decades. I'm no longer sure on what reality is. Yeah. Larry sends a super sticker for $1.99. Thank you. Larry. Name so nice. You have to say it twice. Thanks for the thumbs up, Larry. I want an Oompa Loompa now. Yes. Veruca Salt. I want today. I want tomorrow. I want to wear all my braids in my hair, and I don't want to share them. I want a party with rooms full of laughter, 10,000 tons of ice cream. And if I don't get the things I am after, I'm going to scream. Anyway. See? Maybe we gender swap for Ruka Salt. Sound good? Think I can play that character? I'm a little old. Hail, fellow extremists, Lionheart SSJ says, look at that avatar. Whoo, danger cat. Man, we got a lot to do. The HHN stream on Orlando. That's good. FNT starts here shortly. We've got Friday Night Frolics a little after that over on Doomcock's channel. There's, of course, Matt Fowler's Foul Ball Production Show, the MF for Cocktail Lounge. Loki's Late Night coming up over on my buddy Loki's channel. Loki's channel. Loki's been doing great over there, Mexican Iron Man, and he run a tight ship there of fun and funniness, humor. I imagine there's going to be some takes there on The Rings of Power. What can I say about that before we wrap up? Rings of Power is garbage. Rings of Power is garbage. Oh, thank you, guys. I think I'd be great. HHN is Hollywood Horror Nights. It's at Universal California, Hollywood, and Universal Orlando. They dress up multiple locations every year as their own individual themed haunted attractions, and they are amazing. A couple of years ago, I knew somebody that was involved in one. So I guess 4 years ago. I want it all. I want it all, and I want it. Don't care how, I want it now. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Nick Weiser's Comic Shop talk and a Razor Fist Arcade this evening as well. Yeah. Rings is a triumph. No. Yeah, I'll be jumping over to Jay's HHN stream after FNT. There you go, Victor Fontaine. I had a great time today. You guys are inspirational in just the most amazing way. I'm looking forward to the get together in October, but honestly, I'm going to try to do more member streams if you're a member of the channel so that we get to hang out more often. Because I always feel like we get robbed of opportunities to talk and share, because I learn a lot from you all, and it helps inform my opinion on stuff like that. Holy cow, Forbidden Ruin, ba-bam, says Amazon suspended viewer reviews for Rings of Power. Why? Because they're getting destroyed. Wow. Rings of Power is the full circle of mainline fantasy without the heart of any Tolkien derivatives that any Tolkien derivatives have. Yeah. That's why I pick up on it, because I don't feel angry, just disappointed. Deliato. There you go. I wish I could get ginned up and angry about everything, but that's just not me. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to go somewhere else for yanty, ranty yelling. I will rant, just not like that. Yeah, people did not like it. It's it's fortified. There you go. Rings of Power becoming the Rings of Cower. Trinoculus P, well stated. It was a great stream, Tina. Thanks for being here, everybody. Yeah, Bezos' son, probably like no bueno pop. This is super sucks rocks, dude. I will say. Thanks, Logics. Appreciate it. You guys, I love Fridays. I love the freewheeling style here. We're going to wrap up. This is the last time you'll probably see these credits, because I'm updating the credits with all the great new members that we've had and a couple people who elected not to continue their membership after their gifts. Of course, that's always on you, and it doesn't bother me. You guys are the fact that you are willing to give me money at all is amazing. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Like you wouldn't even believe. It makes opportunities to travel, to show you more stuff, kind of a bonus, but it really does fortify what I'm doing here, and it builds towards the future, because I'm looking to retire sooner than I thought. So this could become a full-time job for me real soon. We'll see how it works out in the background with the paycheck thing, but that's all I know. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I almost wanted to rant. This is true here in Alexander. I almost wanted to rant at Tom last night when he kept interrupting. It's fine. Actually, Tom and I are about as close as two guys could get without, apparently being in a bromance thing or whatever. Hetero life mate. That's what I call Tom. So there it is. Gaming or what? For 99 cents sends me a super sticker. It is a cool smiley face dude with sunglasses. Thanks for that, my friend. You guys are so awesome. Sup. All right, we're bouncing out. I'm gonna go watch my friends. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna watch you guys. I want to watch some other people. It'll be fun. I love you too. I love you too. One more show, folks. We are at 100 next week. Be here. We're gonna celebrate. Gonna be a party. Maybe we'll start early. All right. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time. Bye.
Press our button as we see the twist time landing in about 1 minute.